Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1967 Smith Corona Super Sterling vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide, and this just helps you guide the page in straight. And I like to line it up with the edge of the platen, which is this main roller. The margins are located behind that. And I'm going to put the left one on 0 and the right one around 80. And that should be about the length of a page. This is the paper bail that sits on top and holds the page down. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch back 1, it skips 2. 1 more, it skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep it on single and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on the next line. Very nice typing machine. It's one of my favorites. This is what you want if you are a daily typer. Very fun to type on, very easy to type on. And it's just kind of a more modern typewriter compared to some of the old classic antique ones. And it's got a really nice, I think it's got a really nice look to it. The color is very popular. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip that forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Backspace on the top left. Works good. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Touch control on the top left, low, medium, and high. The farther high you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys, but they respond faster. The lower you go, the keys don't respond as fast, but you don't have to hit them as hard to make them print. Tab on the top right. Right now we have a tab right in the middle. To clear it, you hit the CL button right there. Now we shouldn't have any tabs. It goes all the way to the end. I usually like to keep a tab set in the middle somewhere by hitting that set button right there. Just in case you hit that tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear to your typewriter. This has pretty good drag, so it won't cause any wear and tear at this time. So, but I just, as a rule of thumb, I keep one set usually on all typewriters in the middle. MR stands for margin release. You get to the end of the margin, there's a locking mechanism so it won't print. If you hit MR, it will allow you to type past that block. That works good. Open the hood by sliding this panel forward. All the brand new ribbons loaded on this left side, so it's pulling to the right. If you want to switch that direction, you just flip this switch back. It's right behind the spool there. You push it back, it'll pull to the left. Push it forward, it pulls to the right. This is the carriage lock underneath the knob here. You lift it up and it'll lock it in the middle when you have it in the case. You pull it out and it'll automatically unlock it. Carriage release behind the knob here. And this panel flips up so you can remove the platen by lifting up on this little switch here. So you lift that up and you lift this switch up and it pops right out. You can take the entire panel platen out and clean that out or maintenance or whatever you're doing, and then you just pop it right back in, line it up, and it pops right back in it. Close that panel. Works good. Carriage release on this side as well. This is the only design flaw that I do not like about this. It's got a really nice leverage, but these are made out of plastic, and sometimes when you put them in the case, they just break right off. These are always breaking off. They're made out of plastic. You still use the carriage release without those, but it just is what it is with this model. This little knob, if you push it in, it'll disable the spacing. So you push it in, you turn it, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. Also the same concept with this switch. You can see that right here. You flip that down and it'll disable the spacing when you turn the knob. You flip it up, turn the knob. Each one of those clicks is one space. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.